Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel. I just want to pick up the camera and vlog the next few days just for fun, hang out with you guys, and I guess do more of like work days in my life. To me they're kind of boring, but to some other people they might be more fun because it is a very random weird job that I do. Anyway, a bit of a small business BTS. This morning I'm filming some TikToks for the Clay Co, which has been going absolutely nuts lately. Who would have thought that pottery would be so popular on TikTok? It's fucking wild. Like, I cannot believe it. I have made a bit of a plan of what I want to film for like the next few weeks, and I'm gonna get a head start on it today. What I like to do when it comes to planning this sort of content is kind of seeing what's trending and seeing if I can turn it into pottery. It seems to work, honestly. Obviously using trending sounds, but also I feel like Taylor Swift and Harry Styles are really trending at the moment, and so using that in conjunction with the business has been amazing. So today we are making Taylor Swift inspired ceramics, which could go really bad, but I have high hopes for her. I have a clear vision in my head of how I want these pieces to look. I have sketched everything out. Like everything you see on our TikTok, I like pride myself in making them myself, coming up with these concepts, making original stuff. I've sketched everything out that I want to create today. I thought I'd bring you along because when was the last time I did a vlog that had anything to do with creating ceramics in it? But I'm also so behind on content because my kiln has shut itself, and so the last few weeks we've been trying to fix it. So this is the vibe of mug we are going for today. This is our Harry fruit inspired mug that we made. It's not finished yet. I've still got to glaze her. This is what we are going for, and then I'll show you what we are adding to it to make it really Taylor. Really fun. And then I've got a meeting with my management team this afternoon. I also would love to stop in at the nail salon and fix this because I haven't been in like 3 or 4 weeks, and I did love these when I got them done, but now they've grown out so much. This one snapped, rest in peace. Anyway, so let's go and set up for the TikTok. You guys can see how I make this. So first things first, let's grab our apron. These are the linen aprons that we actually sell on the Clay Co. This is my favorite color. I love it. Oh, hello. You wanna help mommy make a mug? I'm so obsessed with these aprons. They are the best quality. I'm biased because I made them, but they're just the best. So first things first with our TikToks, we always have to start with a product shot because the amount of people who are like, well, where can I buy this piece when it is not for sale? The clay kit is for sale. It is just a common misconception. So I always make sure that this is in the shot, but we always get these questions. Always, no matter what I do. So always just gonna make sure it is in the video at some point. Yes, I would usually film this when my staff are in at work, but they are not in this week. It is just me, myself, and I, but this is my roots. This is what I would do before I hired anybody anyway, so it is all good. Yes. Then we have the shot of pulling out all the stuff, the toolkit, 2 bags of clay. While we've got the TikTok going, let's get started. So I'm gonna make a slab mug, which I don't think I've shown in my YouTube before. It is I feel like it's a simpler way to make your mugs. It's just a little bit easier, I find personally. So first things first, if you are not familiar with my business, our clay kits come with 2 bags of fine white mid-fire clay, which essentially means that you can leave these to air dry, but you can also turn these into ceramic if you wish. I highly recommend taking your pieces to a kiln. I know it seems frustrating in hindsight, but it is such an easy process. You just drop them off they fire them for you, you pick them up, and you get to keep your pieces forever. I just think keeping your pieces forever is just the best thing ever. So I wanted to give people the option of, oh, there is the simmy hair in the plant. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to give people the option if they wanted to air dry or if they wanted to have something to keep forever. I don't know, but I obviously recommend firing. You don't have to own a kiln, by the way. It is the most commonly asked question I get is that, like, do I put this in my home oven? I don't own a kiln. I didn't own a kiln until like 3 years into my pottery journey, 2 years even. So no, you absolutely don't have to own a kiln at all. So I'm just starting by rolling out my block of clay. I just really want to get that shape done first and then use the leftovers to create the handle and everything else. So you don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick as well. Let's zoom her in a little. I also didn't even film going to Melbourne last week. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. Guys, it was so much fun. I'm so sorry. I was literally in the line at the airport and I was like, I know I've forgotten something. What is it? It was my vlogging camera. In hindsight, I could have vlogged on my phone. I just like didn't want to put you guys through an iPhone YouTube video. That would have sucked. It was so good, and I will vlog next year when I go to the Formula One, I promise. So disappointed in myself. So this, you just want to kind of roll it out nice and flat, and then using this tool, this is the metal scraper, to compress your clay just so that there's no air bubbles. Obviously you don't want air bubbles if you fire your pieces. They could explode in the kiln, which is never good, but let's just make sure that's nice and smooth as well. It is also so satisfying having smooth, beautiful clay. And make sure you do both sides. So keep flipping as you're rolling it out. Keep flipping your clay over and over just so one side doesn't look absolutely fucked and the other's really nice. I cut this off a HelloFresh box like years ago, and I just use it as a bit of a stencil. I won't go this high, but I just use it pretty much like a ruler. Grab your needle tool and you want to slice off the excess. Peel off all your excess stuff, pop it in a pile because we'll use it for our handle. Grabbing this again, cut off your sides so it is nice and straight. Now, as I'm not starting with a base, I can create any sort of shape that I want, but I will probably use this excess piece to make a base. I should come out with stencils. This is another little stencil that I've cut out from cardboard. I'm just going to use, is that in the shot? Great. I'm just going to use that to roughly cut our base. All right, so now we are left with a rectangular piece and a little circle. What we want to do is start attaching everything. Grab your needle tool, and what you want to do is something called scoring. So you want to put little hashtags all the way around the outside of your little circle where your clay is going to attach onto. So any two pieces of clay that attach onto one another, you want to score just so that they actually stick. So I'm also going to score the bottom of this piece. I think this might be pretty perfect. Now that we've done that, we want to score either side of the rectangle. This is currently what she is looking like, but that will be all blended in and blended into the base, which we'll do now. And that is what she looks like. Definitely giving toothbrush holder vibes. Now that the mug itself is done, we are moving on to a handle. I'm grabbing just this excess clay that we cut off before. Add a bit of water if you see it getting a little crackly. This is the thickness I really like. I think it is so funky. I'm just gonna bend her like that. Like I said, thick. I want it thick. Same as before. You are gonna use your needle tool to score the handles. In the meantime, before we put it on, let's just get two little worms ready. So our little worms are gonna help us hold on the handle of the mug that will wrap around each end of the handle, and then we'll blend it out. using the back of your modeling tool, blend that little worm into the handle and also back into the other end of the mug. Awesome. So using more scraps, honestly guys, don't waste your clay. You can always make something fun with it. We are going to attempt to make a snake that is going to wrap around the mug. This is obviously inspired by Taylor Swift and her album, but we've got some good sounds currently trending on TikTok due to the Eras tour on at the moment, which is insane. So I'm definitely gonna use that to go along with the business, which is cool. I have rolled out this snake shape. I've made it really thin at one end so it kind of goes into the tail, and then kept the head quite thick. That is a piece of jewelry, but it will give me a good indication to where the eyes are. I might just score where I want her to sit. She'll wrap under. Let's score the bottom. Over there. Oh my god, cool. Fuck yeah. That's what she's looking like. This is where I'm gonna leave the mug for the moment. That's what I've done so far, but I wanna come back and texture the snake. I'm just about to head quickly to the nail salon just to get these repainted. This is what they look like before. And then I've got my meeting, so you're gonna hang out at home for a little bit. Is that okay? I wish you could come to the meeting with me. You probably could. Love you. As you would have already seen, I went and trained at the yard this morning. I've just signed up to this new gym because BFT unfortunately closed, which is so sad. So I was on the lookout for a new gym for a while and I found one that I really liked. So I'll be going there. They do some amazing weight sessions, which has literally been the best thing ever. This morning I am heading out to the hairdresser just to get a little bit of a refresh. I actually don't know what my hairdresser has planned because normally I'll just show up and she'll be like, cool, so let's do this today, and that's what we do. Some blonde bits through the front, or caramel or blonde, I don't know what we're doing. Simmy's got a little peanut butter lick mat so that he can at least be entertained for a little bit while I'm gone. So obviously you guys saw the piece that I was making yesterday. When I get back from the hairdressers, I'll show you how it turned out because I added some texture to the snake, which looks really cool, but I forgot to film because I'm such an idiot. Every time I go to hairdressers, I always bring some work to do. So I've got some Clayco stuff to do, some editing stuff to do. I'm also gonna just pack a curry because I don't want to get hungry. I think that's it. I've just gotten home from the hairdressers. This is the color we went for today. Just like a really bright blonde, which is so nice. But we didn't style it today because I'm going back on Sunday to help them with a shoot, so we'll do it then. Color I'm just obsessed with. I've got a couple of hours more of work, and so my plan for the rest of the day is editing TikToks for the Clayco. We've got quite a few that I'm currently making, but our kiln has f***ed itself in the bum. That means all of the finished like pieces get pushed back a little. Anyway, that is the plan for the rest of the day, just finishing off this editing. Good morning, it is Friday today. I'm just getting ready for work, but not gonna lie, I've already been working for an hour already this morning. I had like a little breakout here and it is so painful. You know those pimples that are like under the surface and you can't actually get to? Oh, the worst. Oh my gosh, I've just started using this serum from Garnier. I got it from Priceline and it's the vitamin C serum, and honestly, it is heavenly. Not sponsored, but it just smells so good. I just want it all over my face all the time. I don't even know if I want to put any makeup on today. That sounds like a lot of effort. This is the outfit of the day. I hate that it's kind of getting cold at the moment because I can only really wear like daggy sort of clothes. I'm very comfortable, but I don't feel fashionable at all. We've got the slippers on, the baggy dad jeans, and a comfy jumper today. That is the vibe. This morning I've just been packing up some orders before the courier comes because honestly it's always a surprise when my courier turns up in the morning, but usually it's before like 9 a.m. but sometimes they come at like 7, so I'm always just prepared just in case. Should I make eggs this morning? Or you know what? I think I will make eggs. That might be nice. I didn't train this morning. I'm giving myself a bit of a rest day today. I'm just like cooked from the week, to be honest. It is so cold today, cold and rainy, even in like my jumper. Oh, this is so annoying. Simi, summer is gone. This sucks. Oh my gosh. Also, you guys, yesterday we had 2 really weird experiences in... I'm freaking out already. I just have to close this. We had 2 incidences yesterday. Why am I freaking out? Where this door here swung open by itself. Simi, what are you looking at? You are freaking me out. It swung open by itself. Simi and I were sitting here and we just look at each other and go, what the f? So I started filming just in case like anything else moved, but obviously like it didn't. There was no draft. The windows were closed. I have no idea how it swung open because it hit the glass. We were playing hide and seek with Simba last night and I hid in the clay coat room and I left the door like open like this much so that Simba could come in and find me. We do this all the time. This is like our family thing. We go and hide, Simba comes and finds us. It's really fun. And he loves it. He loves it. So I was in the clay coat room, like well away from the door, like crouched down somewhere, and Geordie was helping Simba find me. And he was like, push the door open, push it open. And Simi's trying to push it open with his nose, apparently. Trying to push it open with his nose, but it kept pushing back like I was behind the door. So Geordie thought that it happened twice. Like I was pushing the door shut when he would open it. So he was getting his nose in there, but it was like pushing back again, which is so weird. And so he opened the door, he came in, Geordie was like, are you seriously kidding me? Like you were not behind the door pushing it. They felt like someone was pushing it back. Geordie was right there. Oh, I just like, look, Nana, if you're trying to freak me out, please stop. Like, I love you, but don't freak me out just in case, like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there has just been so many things happen in this house, but the TV will always turn on by itself. There was one time the TV turned on and I was like over here washing the dishes and it like turned on by itself and I was like, oh, weird, okay. And then I had like a TikTok video playing like right here. I was not even near it. And it's like someone's come and pressed pause on it because the pause or like the play button or whatever, like when you pause a video on TikTok, that came up. And it wasn't like it was loading. It's like someone pressed pause and I was like, my life. Anyway, I need to make these eggs. That sounds very excited for some dinnies. Okay. Good boy. We are going to a friend's house for dinner and a games night tonight, but it's like 6:15 and I'm getting so peckish. Can I have a hot cross bun?